King Charles and Queen Camilla are in Australia for the first visit by a reigning British monarch.
Tonight, Britain's Queen Camilla is missing from remembrance events honoring the country's war dead.
When King Charles and Queen Camilla took the throne, they seemed like a perfect power couple, ready to lead the monarchy into a new era. However, behind their calm image lies a story filled with ambition, hidden motives, and power struggles in the royal family. Palace insiders have been talking about Queen Camilla's growing influence behind the scenes, which has reportedly led to tension with the king himself. How did a once supportive partner become a challenger for power in the palace? Join us as we uncover the surprising, untold details of Queen Camilla's rise to prominence. Camilla and Charles's relationship. Charles and Camilla's story began in the early 1970s, long before either of them imagined the intense public scrutiny they'd face. Charles, then a young prince, met Camilla Shand at a polo match. She was charming, confident, and known for her humor, which Charles found refreshing compared to the formality surrounding him. They shared an instant bond with a natural chemistry that neither could ignore. But as the Prince of Wales, Charles faced family pressures over whom he should choose as a partner. A woman from a suitable background, with a clear reputation and without past relationships, was what the royal family expected. Yet despite these pressures, Charles couldn't seem to let go of Camilla. What happened next would change everything. Charles and Camilla's relationship was strong, but he wasn't free to choose as he wished. Pressured by royal duties and expectations, Charles had to put his role before his personal life. Camilla, aware of the limitations that came with his position, eventually married Andrew Parker Bowles, a British Army officer. Their relationship was now officially over, but Charles couldn't simply move on from the deep connection he felt with her. Despite the ending, they continued to write letters, call each other, and occasionally meet, keeping their bond alive even from a distance. As years passed, Charles remained in contact with Camilla even as he prepared to marry Lady Diana Spencer, a match his family deemed ideal for the future king. However, his feelings for Camilla had not disappeared, and this lingering affection would lead to complications. The marriage to Diana was intended to represent continuity for the monarchy. But with his emotions still tied to Camilla, Charles faced an inner struggle. He was torn between the woman he was expected to be with and the woman he loved. Charles's loyalty to Camilla persisted in secrecy, but its impact on his marriage to Diana became visible. Camilla, though not officially part of his life, was present in his thoughts, creating tension that would eventually break through the public's perception of a fairy tale marriage. The secretive bond between Charles and Camilla cast a shadow that grew over time, leading to public speculation and setting the stage for one of the most controversial relationships in royal history. Their story, though forbidden by tradition, duty, and public opinion, would not stay hidden forever. If you are wondering how it turned out, keep watching. Challenges and controversies over the years. As Charles and Diana's marriage faced increasing struggles, rumors of an affair between Charles and Camilla began to surface. By the late 1980s, the British press had begun covering their relationship, with stories about their closeness gradually taking over headlines. The public was captivated by this scandal, one that involved the future king and the woman who had once been his longtime companion. In 1992, Diana's authorized biography was published, exposing her side of the story and giving voice to the difficulties in her marriage. One of the most painful revelations was Charles's ongoing relationship with Camilla, something Diana had struggled with privately for years. These revelations instantly captured global media attention, and the public's fascination with the love triangle intensified. It was the beginning of a period of intense scrutiny that would affect them all for years. The revelations didn't stop there. In 1993, a private phone conversation between Charles and Camilla, later dubbed Camillagate, was leaked to the press. This tape confirmed the intimate nature of their relationship and threw fuel on the fire. The public, already angry over the affair, found themselves outraged as Charles, the future king, seemed to breach both his marriage vows and the public's trust. The scandal cast doubt on his character and leadership. While Diana was viewed as the victim, Camilla, a relatively private figure until that point, was now vilified by the media. She was quickly branded as the other woman, a label that would stick with her for years. The fallout from the affair also affected Camilla's marriage to Andrew Parker Bowles, which was already under strain. By 1995, the couple's relationship officially ended in divorce, another painful chapter in the public saga. The disintegration of her marriage exposed just how much Charles and Camilla's bond was impacting their personal lives. For Camilla, the affair led to both a public and private cost. She lost her marriage and, by extension, a private life outside the media's reach. With the public's growing interest, the royal family itself began to face more difficult questions. For the British public, these constant revelations led to doubts about the future of the monarchy itself. Charles, bound to inherit the throne, found himself in an increasingly difficult position. His personal choices and relationships had become subjects of national debate, challenging his image as the future king. With each passing year, his suitability as a leader seemed less clear. Camilla, despite her silence, was no longer simply a private individual. She had become a controversial figure, a symbol of the challenges faced by the royal family when tradition collided with personal desires. However, over time, the public perception of Charles and Camilla began to shift. As their story continued to unfold, it revealed how they would, against all odds, seek redemption and attempt to rebuild their relationship with both the public and the royal family. Finding public acceptance. After years of being cast as the villain in the media, Camilla faced an uphill battle for public acceptance. The scandal surrounding her relationship with Charles left many people questioning her intentions, and even her suitability to stand beside the future king. Yet, over time, both she and Charles undertook efforts to reshape public perception. Slowly, they began appearing together more often. Starting with low-profile outings and gradually moving to public events, they were careful not to rush, aware that pushing too fast could only reignite criticism. Their strategy aimed at building acceptance through a genuine, visible bond that felt natural rather than forced. It wasn't an easy process. Even as public displays became more frequent, the shadow of Diana's legacy was ever present. Charles and Camilla's every move was analyzed, and the public remained skeptical. Despite these challenges, Camilla worked quietly to change opinions, often through small gestures. She engaged in charitable work, focusing on causes that were close to her heart, including animal welfare and literacy programs. Over time, her public appearances showed a woman who wasn't chasing fame, but who wanted to support meaningful causes. This approach, though understated, began shifting opinions in her favor. In 2005, Charles and Camilla's relationship took a major step forward when they married in a civil ceremony. This event marked the first time a British monarch-to-be married outside a religious setting, a necessary choice given the circumstances. Although the marriage wasn't celebrated with the same grandeur as other royal weddings, it symbolized a turning point. Many saw it as a respectful step that allowed Charles and Camilla to move forward, closing a painful chapter. With the marriage, Camilla received the title Duchess of Cornwall rather than Princess of Wales, a decision made out of respect for Diana's enduring memory. After the wedding, both Camilla and Charles continued their gradual path toward public acceptance. Camilla took on more royal responsibilities, showing that she was committed to supporting the monarchy and Charles's future reign. Her dedication to charity work and her unassuming demeanor contrasted with the image of a home wrecker painted years earlier. Though acceptance was far from unanimous, a growing number of people began to see her differently. Their path toward redemption wasn't without setbacks, but the couple's patience seemed to work in their favor. Yet even with public opinion softening, new challenges were rising. How would Camilla fare as queen alongside Charles, and would they overcome lingering doubts? Keep watching to find out, preparing for life as queen. With their marriage and gradual acceptance by the public, Camilla and Charles began focusing on the future. As Charles prepared for his role as king, it became clear that Camilla's role would also be significant. Camilla, once seen as an outsider, had to prepare herself for life as the queen consort. Over the years, she attended numerous public events, ceremonies, and diplomatic gatherings, acclimating to the pressures of royal duties. Observers noted her increasing confidence, as well as the comfort she seemed to bring to Charles during challenging public appearances. These moments highlighted her evolution from a controversial figure to a steady support for the future king. Camilla's transition wasn't only about public appearances. She also needed to win the trust of key figures within the royal institution. Many senior members of the monarchy had once opposed her presence, fearing she would disrupt the stability of the family. Camilla worked tirelessly behind the scenes, often engaging with staff, diplomats, and officials, showing her commitment to supporting Charles and the monarchy's future. Her dedication to charity and her diplomatic approach were recognized and respected, with some even calling her a calming presence within the family. Despite her progress, the issue of titles lingered. When Charles eventually ascended the throne, many wondered what title Camilla would take. The title Queen Camilla sparked debate, as some still questioned her place within the monarchy's future. However, as Charles publicly supported her, declaring his desire for her to be known as Queen Consort, the conversation took a new direction. The endorsement by Queen Elizabeth II herself in her later years also helped, sending a strong signal that Camilla had the institution's acceptance at the highest level. Camilla's life as Queen Consort would not only involve supporting Charles, but also embodying the values of the British monarchy. She needed to show that her love for Charles was matched by her commitment to duty. And with growing responsibilities, Camilla faced pressures to meet the high expectations that came with her new role. As public opinion softened, and as she gained further respect within the monarchy, Camilla seemed ready for the role she'd once never imagined would be hers. The journey was far from over. Camilla's past would always be part of her story, but her commitment to her new role showed resilience and adaptability. What legacy would she leave, and how would she be remembered? There's more ahead. Keep watching to uncover the best part of this story: Queen Consort. As Charles ascended to the throne, Camilla officially became Queen Consort, a role she'd cautiously approached. Though public opinion had softened over the years, Camilla's transition was still met with mixed reactions. She faced a challenge: winning over skeptics while fulfilling the responsibilities that came with her title. Yet Camilla didn't aim for a grand reinvention. Rather, she focused on embodying a steady and supportive presence alongside Charles, following the approach that had earned her respect gradually over the years. Camilla's style as Queen Consort was marked by subtlety. She didn't chase the spotlight, choosing instead to highlight important causes, especially issues of domestic violence, literacy, and animal welfare. In her speeches, she spoke from the heart, often referencing her own experiences. Many saw her as authentic, someone who hadn't grown up in royalty but was dedicated to her responsibilities. This approach was intended to connect with people beyond the confines of royal expectations, bridging her role with the real issues many people faced. While Camilla's low-key approach resonated with some, her position still sparked debates within the public. She was filling the shoes of Queen Elizabeth II, who had set a standard for duty and service during her long reign. Camilla, in her unique way, acknowledged this legacy, often referencing the former queen's influence and respect. Despite their vastly different backgrounds, Camilla sought to carry on traditions that honored the monarchy's values, creating a balance between continuity and her distinctive style. Interestingly, Charles's own approach to kingship seemed to adapt to Camilla's calm influence. Known for his outspoken nature on topics such as environmental issues and architecture, Charles became more measured and less confrontational as he settled into his role. Some insiders noted that Camilla's steady support allowed him to handle his duties with a sense of calm that had not always characterized him in his public life. As Queen Consort, Camilla found that she now had to manage relationships with other royal family members. Her role required both diplomacy and discretion, especially as she worked to support Charles's vision for the monarchy's future. Camilla managed these relationships carefully, aware that any misstep could lead to fresh controversy. She had faced enough public criticism to understand the importance of patience and restraint in her new role. Yet Camilla's greatest challenge was maintaining her identity in a public role defined by its expectations. Balancing public duties with her own interests and convictions proved delicate, but rather than conforming entirely to the role, Camilla managed to bring her personality into her work. By focusing on causes close to her heart and supporting Charles in a way that felt genuine, Camilla found a path forward. As Camilla settled into her new role, many wondered if the public's trust would hold. Would she overcome the last of the barriers to acceptance, or were there still hurdles ahead? Keep watching as we reveal the next steps in Camilla's journey. Challenges in the royal family. As Queen Consort, Camilla's journey included managing the complexities of the royal family. The royal family has always been a tight-knit, traditional institution, and Camilla's entry, though gradual, still stirred emotions. Family ties within royalty are sometimes less about affection and more about loyalty, protocol, and duty. Camilla faced the challenge of managing these connections while maintaining her personal dignity and the public's respect. Her relationship with Charles's sons, William and Harry, was especially delicate. Both men held deep affection for their mother, Diana, and their bond with Camilla was understandably complicated. For years, Camilla and Charles had worked to bridge the gaps, ensuring that she didn't step into Diana's role. But now, with her elevated position, Camilla's relationship with Charles's sons would inevitably affect the royal family's unity in the public's eyes. To maintain harmony, Camilla was cautious in her interactions with the younger generation. She avoided any attempt to mother William and Harry, respecting their relationship with Diana. Instead, she positioned herself as a supportive figure, someone present but not overbearing. Her careful approach worked to an extent, as the public rarely saw any outward discord among the royal family. However, tensions did surface from time to time, especially as Harry's decisions took him further from the monarchy's fold. With Prince Harry's move to the United States and his public remarks about the family, Camilla found herself drawn into discussions about royal loyalty and family unity. She had no wish to fuel the controversy, yet her position required her to support Charles through these turbulent times. In private, Camilla's influence seemed to help Charles maintain his composure amidst criticism. Her steady presence allowed him to focus on his responsibilities, avoiding public backlash while handling family challenges diplomatically. Meanwhile, Camilla's presence in the royal family faced other tests. Members with strong opinions about monarchy tradition questioned her role, even if subtly. Queen Elizabeth's support had helped to secure her position, but with Charles now leading, Camilla found that she needed to establish her influence independently. She was now seen as a key partner to Charles in his vision for a slimmed-down monarchy, an idea that stirred both support and resistance within the royal circles. Camilla's handling of these family challenges revealed her careful balance between discretion and influence. She made no attempts to assert authority, instead focusing on upholding the family's values as Charles's confidant. Despite the obvious tensions, Camilla managed to remain elegant, showing an ability to adapt to the ever-changing dynamics within the royal family. But would Camilla's balancing act last as the family faced new challenges? Could her approach continue to smooth internal conflicts and reinforce public respect, gaining respect from the British public? Over time, Camilla's careful approach in her role as queen consort began to earn her respect from segments of the British public. The journey had been long and complicated, but her dedication to her duties and her steady support of Charles had slowly reshaped her image. Initially cast as an outsider, Camilla now found herself in a position of trust, recognized for her efforts rather than overshadowed by past scandals. Her dedication to charitable work played an important role in this transformation. Camilla's causes, domestic violence awareness, literacy, and animal rights, showed her compassion for issues affecting everyday people. She visited shelters and organizations, often speaking candidly about the struggles faced by those in need. Her openness resonated with audiences, and the public gradually saw her as more than just a royal figure, but as someone who genuinely cared. Camilla's public speeches also helped build a connection. Known for being nervous about speaking, she worked hard to improve her public speaking skills, tackling issues that mattered to her with sincerity. Her words were rarely grandiose but always heartfelt, a quality that made her seem relatable. This vulnerability resonated with people who saw that, beneath the royal title, she was a person with fears and strengths like anyone else. As her reputation improved, media portrayals of Camilla shifted. Tabloids, which once scrutinized her every move, began covering her contributions in a more positive light. While not all coverage was favorable, there was an undeniable change in tone. Camilla had, in many ways, proven herself not only as Charles's partner, but also as a committed public figure. This change wasn't dramatic, but rather a gradual evolution that showcased her resilience. Meanwhile, Camilla's role as a grandmother also softened her image. Stories and anecdotes about her relationships with her grandchildren, both biological and step-grandchildren, showed a nurturing side. The public glimpsed a woman who balanced royal duties with family warmth, portraying her as a grandmother figure who cherished family moments. These stories added a personal touch to her public persona, further distancing her from the controversies of the past. While many had come to accept her, there remained those who held on to past perceptions. Camilla's journey to gain full acceptance is still ongoing, marked by both respect and skepticism from the public. Yet her ability to endure criticism and continue supporting her causes speaks volumes. So, do you think Queen Camilla's influence is a necessary strength or a risk to the monarchy?
Royal shockwaves are rippling through Buckingham Palace as rumors swirl that Princess Anne has taken bold action against Queen Camilla. In a dramatic twist, whispers of a fierce confrontation between the no-nonsense Anne and the Queen consort have surfaced, leaving fans of the monarchy stunned. Could this alleged fallout shake the royal family to its core? And what role does King Charles play in this unfolding drama? Princess Anne's reputation. When it comes to the British royal family, Princess Anne has carved out a reputation that's nothing short of legendary. She's not the flashiest royal, but that's precisely what makes her stand out. Known for her no-nonsense attitude, tireless work ethic, and unwavering dedication to duty, Anne has earned a special place in the hearts of royal watchers and Britons alike. So, what is it about the Princess Royal that makes her so iconic? Let's dive into her remarkable story. Born as the second child of Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip, Anne never let being further down the line of succession hold her back. In fact, many say her relative freedom from the throne gave her room to shine in her own way. Anne's reputation is built on a foundation of hard work. She's consistently ranked as one of the hardest working royals, often taking on hundreds of public engagements each year. But it's not just her work ethic that makes her a standout royal. Anne is known for speaking her mind, often cutting through the formality that defines royal life. She's famously blunt, and while that might rub some people the wrong way, it's also why she's admired. Anne has never been one for sugarcoating, whether she's handling reporters, discussing her role, or offering insights into the royal family's inner workings. Her dedication extends far beyond royal duties. Anne is a fierce advocate for charities and causes, especially those focused on education, sports, and veterans. She's been the president of Save the Children for decades, and has used her influence to drive meaningful change. Unlike some royals who rely on glamour and pomp, Anne's reputation is built on results, which is why she's often referred to as the unsung hero of the monarchy. And let's not forget her adventurous spirit. Anne was an accomplished equestrian in her younger years, even competing in the Olympics. She's also the only royal to have faced a kidnapping attempt and fought back. This rare combination of bravery, work ethic, and authenticity sets her apart. While others in the royal family grab headlines for drama, Anne quietly commands respect. She's proof that actions speak louder than words, and her rock-solid reputation may very well be the glue holding the royal family together. Position. The time. Camilla Parker Bowles married Prince Charles. The world watched closely. Once seen as a controversial figure, her journey from mistress to queen consort has been nothing short of remarkable. Today, Queen Camilla holds one of the most powerful positions in the British royal family, but her rise wasn't easy, and it wasn't without its challenges. So, how did Camilla go from being a divisive figure to standing proudly by the king's side? Let's explore the fascinating evolution of Queen Camilla's position. From the very beginning, Camilla's relationship with Charles was far from ordinary. Their love story began long before their marriage, and it was filled with ups and downs, scandals, and public backlash. For many years, she was criticized, especially by those who still adored Princess Diana. However, over time, Camilla slowly began to earn the public's respect and even affection. It wasn't just her role in Charles's life that changed, but her approach to royal duties. As she settled into her role as Duchess of Cornwall, Camilla became more involved in charity work, championing causes like literacy, animal rights, and health. She worked tirelessly, often out of the public eye, but never shying away from the important responsibilities that came with her title. Slowly but surely, Camilla's presence within the royal family grew stronger. Then, when Queen Elizabeth II passed away, the monarchy entered a new chapter. Charles became king, and with him came a new queen. Camilla stepped into her new position with grace, knowing that her past would always follow her. But instead of letting it define her, she used her position to show the world that she was more than just the woman who stood beside Charles. She was a dedicated royal who had earned her place at the top. Her popularity has grown over the years, especially as she has maintained a steady, dignified approach to her royal duties. Despite the past controversies, Camilla has become a respected figure both within the royal family and by the British public. Her role as queen consort is no longer a point of contention, but a natural progression in her royal journey. Today, Queen Camilla's position is secure, and she is poised to make her mark on the monarchy, proving that the road to power isn't always a straight line. Her story is one of resilience, growth, and undeniable strength. And now, as she takes on this new chapter, it's clear. Queen Camilla is here to stay. Alleged confrontation. The royal family is no stranger to drama, but the latest rumors coming out of Buckingham Palace are truly shocking. Word on the street is that an alleged confrontation between Princess Anne and Queen Camilla has rocked the royal family to its core. If the stories are true, this is a royal showdown unlike anything we've seen before. So, what exactly happened? And what could this mean for the future of the monarchy? Let's set the stage. Princess Anne, known for her no-nonsense attitude and unwavering loyalty to the crown, has always had a strong presence within the royal family. She's never been one to shy away from speaking her mind, and it seems that this time, her frustrations reached a boiling point. Meanwhile, Queen Camilla, who has steadily risen from a controversial figure to a respected queen consort, has also had her fair share of critics. But nothing could have prepared us for the explosive reports of a confrontation between the two. According to sources, tensions between Princess Anne and Camilla have been simmering for months. The cause: alleged power struggles within the royal family. Camilla, once seen as an outsider, has grown into her role, but some claim she has been stepping on others' toes in her quest for influence. Princess Anne, known for her straightforward nature, reportedly had enough of the manipulation and decided to confront Camilla directly. What happened next is the stuff of royal legend. The confrontation supposedly took place during a royal event, where Anne allegedly exposed Camilla's behind-the-scenes power plays. The rumors suggest that Anne didn't hold back, calling out the queen consort for undermining her position within the family. Camilla, caught off guard, reportedly tried to defend herself, but the tension in the room was palpable. The fallout from this alleged confrontation has been massive. Some claim that this public clash could change the power dynamics within the royal family, possibly altering Camilla's position as queen consort. The palace has been tight-lipped about the incident, but whispers of family rifts continue to swirl. One thing is for sure: the British royal family is no stranger to drama, but this alleged confrontation between Princess Anne and Queen Camilla has taken things to a whole new level. Whether or not this marks the beginning of a royal rivalry or a shift in power remains to be seen. But one thing is certain: this isn't the last we've heard of the royal showdown. Coronation drama. Coronations are supposed to be grand, flawless events that celebrate the monarchy's rich history and the passing of the crown. But King Charles's coronation? Well, it wasn't exactly the smooth sailing everyone expected. In fact, it was filled with drama that had royal watchers on the edge of their seats. From family feuds to unexpected confrontations, this wasn't just a coronation, it was a royal roller coaster. Let's dive into the chaos that unfolded during King Charles's big day. As King Charles stepped into his new role, the eyes of the world were on Buckingham Palace. The coronation was meant to symbolize a fresh start for the British monarchy, ushering in a new era under Charles's reign. But behind the scenes, tensions were already simmering within the royal family. Reports had been swirling for months about growing divides between Charles and his closest family members, particularly over the roles of his wife, Queen Camilla, and his children, Prince William and Princess Anne. The drama reached a boiling point during the coronation itself. According to sources, there was a tense standoff between Princess Anne and Queen Camilla. While the royal family tried to put on a united front for the cameras, it was clear that not all was well behind the scenes. Anne, known for her no-nonsense attitude, reportedly confronted Camilla about some of her decisions regarding royal duties and family dynamics. The confrontation was said to have caught everyone off guard, adding an unexpected layer of tension to the already monumental event. But that wasn't the only drama. Some insiders claimed that there were also underlying frustrations between Camilla and Prince William, as well as Kate, who were reportedly uncomfortable with how certain royal matters had been handled. It was clear that there were power struggles happening beneath the surface, even if the public had no idea. The focus should have been on the historic moment, but instead, everyone seemed more interested in what was happening behind the velvet curtains of Buckingham Palace. In the end, the coronation served as more than just a formal crowning. It was a reflection of the royal family's ongoing struggles. The tensions, family disagreements, and unspoken rivalries only made the historic occasion more complicated. So, while King Charles may have been crowned on that day, it's clear that the royal family's future is anything but settled. The coronation drama was just the beginning of a new chapter for the British monarchy, and it's one filled with uncertainty, drama, and plenty of questions. Power struggles. When it comes to the British royal family, they've long been perceived as a symbol of tradition, unity, and stability. However, recent revelations suggest that behind the regal facade lies a family grappling with fierce internal conflicts. Power struggles within the monarchy are threatening to tear apart its carefully maintained image. Beneath the surface of ceremonial events and public appearances, the royal family is reportedly locked in a battle for influence, control, and relevance, a dynamic that could change the monarchy forever. At the center of this brewing storm is Queen Camilla. Though her rise to power as King Charles's consort marked a new chapter in the monarchy, her position has been fraught with controversy. As Queen Consort, Camilla is expected to support King Charles in his duties, but rumors suggest her ambitions may extend far beyond her traditional role. Insiders claim that Camilla has been strategically maneuvering for increased influence within royal affairs, much to the dismay of other senior royals. Her actions have reportedly sparked tensions that are now boiling over, creating divisions within the family. One of Camilla's most prominent adversaries appears to be Princess Anne. Known for her no-nonsense approach and deep loyalty to the crown, Anne has always been a stalwart figure in the royal family. However, sources suggest that Anne has grown increasingly frustrated with Camilla's rise to prominence. Reports of a tense confrontation between the two during a royal event have made headlines, with claims that Anne directly challenged Camilla over her perceived overreach. This clash of wills has reportedly laid bare the fractures within the royal family, revealing a deep-rooted power struggle that many were unaware of until now. But the tension doesn't end with Anne and Camilla. Prince William, the heir to the throne, is also said to be navigating these treacherous family dynamics. As the future king, William is under immense pressure to maintain the monarchy's stability while managing his own frustrations with Camilla's growing influence. According to sources, the Prince of Wales has expressed concerns about the direction of the monarchy under his father and stepmother's leadership. These frustrations have added another layer of complexity to the already delicate balance of power within the family. This battle for influence isn't just about titles or ceremonial roles. It's about control over the future of the monarchy itself. The British royal family has traditionally been seen as a beacon of unity, but the current conflicts suggest that the institution is at a crossroads. With King Charles's reign still in its early days, the jockeying for power among senior royals has intensified, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Each member appears to be vying for a position of prominence, determined to shape the monarchy in their image. The implications of these power struggles extend far beyond the palace walls. The public's trust in the monarchy is already fragile, with many questioning its relevance in the modern era. Internal divisions could further erode this trust, making it harder for the royal family to maintain its symbolic role as a unifying force for the nation. Moreover, the media's relentless focus on royal drama ensures that every disagreement and power play becomes fodder for public scrutiny, amplifying the stakes of these internal conflicts. Despite the tensions, one thing remains clear: the royal family understands the importance of presenting a united front. Public appearances are carefully choreographed to project an image of harmony, even as behind-the-scenes dynamics become increasingly fraught. This delicate balancing act underscores the challenges of navigating both familial relationships and the immense responsibility of upholding the monarchy. As the battle for power continues, questions remain about the future of the royal family. Will Queen Camilla's ambitions destabilize the monarchy, or will her resilience solidify her position as a key player in its evolution? Can Princess Anne and Prince William find common ground with their stepmother, or will their frustrations lead to further divisions? And most importantly, how will these internal struggles impact the monarchy's ability to adapt and survive in a rapidly changing world? Anne's public role. If we think of the royal family, names like Queen Elizabeth, Prince William, and even Prince Harry usually come to mind. But behind the scenes, there's another royal who's been quietly making waves: Princess Anne. Often overlooked, she's been carving out a powerful public role that's now impossible to ignore, since attitude, sharp focus, and dedication to royal duties make her one of the most interesting members of the family. But why is she becoming such a force to be reckoned with? Princess Anne has always been known for her work ethic and straight-talking style. Unlike some of the more glamorous royals, Anne isn't interested in the spotlight for the sake of fame. She's committed to her royal duties and always gets the job done. From attending countless charity events to representing the monarchy at important gatherings, Anne has proven time and time again that she's not just a passive member of the royal family. She's actively involved, and people are starting to take notice. But it's not just her work ethic that's catching people's attention. It's her growing influence. As the years have passed, Anne's role in the royal family has expanded. She's been trusted with more important public duties and has increasingly become a voice of reason within the family. Her calm, steady presence stands in contrast to some of the more dramatic moments we've seen with other royals, especially in recent years. Anne's reliability has made her a favorite among those who follow the monarchy, and it's clear that she's been rising growing in prominence. One of the key reasons why Anne's public role is becoming so important is her increasing involvement in royal matters. As tensions grow within the royal family, Anne's steady hand has been a stabilizing force. She's someone who isn't afraid to speak her mind and address issues head-on, even when it comes to difficult family matters. Her public persona may not be as flashy as her siblings, but her no-nonsense approach to royal life has earned her respect both within the family and among the public. So, what's next for Princess Anne? With the monarchy facing internal struggles, her public role may become even more crucial. Anne's ability to stay calm under pressure and her dedication to the crown make her a key figure in shaping the future of the royal family. While others may grab headlines, Anne is quietly building a legacy that could leave a lasting mark on the monarchy's future. Keep your eyes on this royal powerhouse. Her role in the monarchy is only just beginning. Camilla's acceptance. The time Camilla became queen consort, many people couldn't help but wonder, how would the world react to this unexpected change? After all, she wasn't always the most popular figure, and her relationship with King Charles was filled with controversy. Yet today, Camilla's acceptance within the royal family and the public is undeniable. But what made this transformation happen? How did Camilla go from being seen as the other woman to earning her place at the top? For many years, Camilla was a figure of gossip and scandal. Her relationship with Charles began long before he met Diana, and their romance was one of the most talked about in history. But despite the media frenzy and public outcry, Camilla stayed strong. She wasn't just a passive figure in the background. Over the years, Camilla carved out a role for herself in the royal family, showing the public that she was more than just Charles's second wife. She was a dedicated partner, a wise advisor, and someone who truly loved her royal duties. One key factor in Camilla's growing acceptance was her ability to connect with people. Unlike some royals, she was never afraid to show her personality, flaws, and authenticity. She took part in charity work, especially with causes close to her heart, like literacy and domestic violence. By doing so, Camilla slowly started to build a connection with the public, showing that she wasn't just a royal figurehead, but someone who genuinely cared about making a difference. However, it wasn't just her charity work that helped her find acceptance. It was also the way she handled the pressures of being in the royal spotlight. Camilla quietly and confidently supported King Charles, never trying to overshadow him, but always standing by his side. Over time, the public began to see her as an integral part of the royal family. Her calm, composed presence during major events, such as the coronation, made people realize that she had earned her place. Camilla's acceptance didn't happen overnight. It was a gradual process, one that involved earning respect through dedication, humility, and grace. Today, she's not just King Charles's wife, she's a beloved figure in the royal family. Her journey from scandal to acceptance is a powerful reminder that sometimes true strength comes from perseverance and staying true to yourself. Royal family's unity. The royal family is often seen as the epitome of unity and tradition. For generations, they have stood as a symbol of strength, order, and unwavering support for one another. But behind the grand titles, glittering events, and majestic palaces, there's a world of drama, tension, and personal rivalries that sometimes threaten to tear this unity apart. So, what's really going on behind those palace doors? It's no secret that the royal family faces its fair share of struggles. With multiple generations under one roof, it's only natural that differences will arise. However, the way these differences are handled is key to maintaining their public image of unity. The challenges often come to light in moments of high tension, like during royal weddings, the coronation of new monarchs, or family gatherings. These events may seem like perfect moments of royal harmony, but they can also bring simmering tensions to the surface. For example, recent reports have revealed that the bond between Prince William and Prince Harry has been strained for years. Their differing views on royal duties and personal choices have led to a divide that's impossible to ignore. But even with the public rift, there's a sense that deep down, the royal family knows how to maintain appearances. While disagreements exist, they all share one thing in common: the monarchy itself. Despite personal differences, when it comes down to royal duties, they stand united, at least publicly. What really keeps the royal family's unity intact is their commitment to tradition. The British monarchy is an institution built on centuries of history, and while the family members may not always agree, they understand the importance of keeping the monarchy strong. For instance, even though Princess Anne, known for her boldness, doesn't always hold back her opinions, she is still fiercely loyal to her family and the crown. That loyalty helps keep them united in times of crisis. Moreover, the younger generation generation of royals, like William and Kate, are also seen as the future of the monarchy. Their growing influence represents a shift toward modernization while still honoring the past. As they navigate the challenges that come with royal life, they help maintain a sense of balance and continuity. In the end, the royal family's unity is not just about being perfect, it's about how they handle their differences and come together for the greater good of the monarchy. Their ability to navigate personal conflicts while presenting a united front is what keeps them relevant and respected in today's world. Media and public fascination. It's no secret that the British royal family is a media magnet. From the moment Prince William and Kate Middleton stepped into the spotlight to the dramatic rise of Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, the royal family has been under a constant media microscope. But what is it about these royal figures that draws such an intense public fascination? Why does the world seem so captivated by their every move, every decision, and every family drama? The answer is simple. The royal family represents something that many of us can't quite grasp. They're a living link to a world of tradition, elegance, and power. For centuries, the monarchy has been a symbol of authority, and their lives offer a rare glimpse into a world that most of us will never experience. It's a bit like watching a soap opera unfold in real life. There's romance, drama, and a healthy dose of suspense. But the royal fascination goes beyond the glitter and glamour. In a world where public figures are often seen as out of touch with regular people, the royals are different. They carry the weight of an entire nation's history and future on their shoulders. Their every move is scrutinized, and yet they continue to hold an air of mystery. The public wants to know what they wear, what they say, and who they're dating or marrying. These aren't just celebrities, they are figures of historical importance, and that gives them a unique place in our lives. The media, of course, plays a huge role in fueling this fascination. Whether it's tabloids offering up the latest royal gossip or major networks covering royal events in excruciating detail, the press is always on hand to keep the royal family in the limelight. Royal weddings, births, and scandals become global events, and everyone wants to be in the know. But the royals' relationship with the media isn't always a smooth one. While they rely on the press to maintain their public image, they also face its scrutiny and, at times, its criticism. For example, the media frenzy surrounding Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's departure from royal duties was nothing short of explosive. The press coverage didn't just focus on their decision, it also delved into their personal lives in a way that many found invasive. This constant media attention keeps the royal family at the center of public conversation. People love the drama, the spectacle, and the behind-the-scenes glimpses into their lives. It's a fascination that shows no signs of waning, and as long as the royal family remains in the public eye, we'll continue to be obsessed with every new twist in their story.